Sure. Yeah, so the dean will be joining, will be coming shortly. You're very much welcome for this program. So as an introduction, I would kindly request that we have a word of prayer. I would kindly request we have a word of prayer from one of the students as we start this program. Michelle, could you give a word of prayer?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, karibu sana.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before your presence at this moment, thanking you for this time that you have granted unto us. Whatever activity will take place, Almighty Father, may your presence be with us throughout and help us, and also be with us in the mighty name of Jesus. We do pray, trust, and believe. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Michelle. So as we wait, let me thank you for coming. And we await for the other students to join. There is some communication for the other students to join. And we do have a live stream. We have a live stream session
So now this one getting to here. Oh my goodness.
on Facebook. So you'll be able to get a recording of this session through the Facebook Live. You will also be able to get a recording of this orientation session through the YouTube Kenyatta University. You search YouTube Kenyatta University, you'll be able to see, get more information. So thank you very much. We look forward to having you here. So let me take this opportunity now to introduce myself and also introduce my dean for this session. My name is Dr. Shem Wambugu Maingi. I am a lecturer in the Department of Hospitality, Hospitality and Tourism Management. I'm sure we shall interact later as we talk about e-learning and virtual learning in Kenyatta University. So thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity to introduce our dean, our professor, Professor Elijah Rintaungu, who is our Dean, School of Hospitality, Tourism and Leisure Studies, to talk to you as we start this session. Welcome, Dean. Welcome, Dean.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Maingi, for warming up this session. And I really want to appreciate the kind of efforts you have been able to put in place to ensure that this online orientation is done very well. But then before we get very formal, I'm seeing that we are capped in terms of the number of students, Dr. Maingi, who have been able to join.
Yes, we are having. I've just communicated on the issue of the students joining, but I'm sure that the students will be joining very soon. They are aware about the links. They are aware about the links to the group, to the Google Meet session. So I'm sure that the students will be joining as we continue. Thank you very much.
Okay, in the interim, we have only two students. I'm seeing Michelle and Desmond. Michelle, how are you? Can I hear you, Michelle?
I'm fine.
Yeah, very good. How are you? Desmond, habari yako?
Niko salamu.
Yeah, very good. Happy to hear your voice. I've also seen Ken. Ken, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, very good. So, Dr. Maingi, we are also expecting that the two chairs of departments will be joining us in a short while. Here, the program was to officially kick off at 9:30. Dr. Maingi?
Yes, Dean. Yes, Dean. Indeed.
Okay. Then we can also expect that the school administrator will be joining us. And then thereafter, we shall be able to do things the formal way without necessarily being repetitive. So, Maingi, as we await for 9:30, what do you think we can be doing?
Yes. There was I just wanted to play the video for the last orientation as we await for the colleagues
then you
to
can
join.
go ahead.
But we can also.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Dr.
Yes, Dean. So I am sharing the same.
Okay. I take this opportunity to welcome you to Kenyatta University. My name is Professor Rija Gitonga, the Dean School of Hospitality, Tourism and Leisure Studies. It is both an honor and privilege to talk to you virtually, as this is the new normal. And on behalf of the university management, it is my pleasure to welcome you to Kenyatta University, and more specifically to the School of Hospitality, Tourism and Leisure Studies. I would like to congratulate you for having been selected to join our institution for your education after successfully completing your secondary education. I want to assure each and every one of you that you are here because you deserve to be here, and because you can be able to bring something new and exciting to this diverse learning community. The School of Hospitality, Tourism and Leisure Studies was established in the year 2009 with the Department of Hospitality and Tourism. However, in 2018, following the restructuring within the university, the Department of Recreation and Sports Management became part of the school. In a nutshell, the school has two departments. One, the Department of Hospitality and Tourism Management, whose chairman is Dr. Esther Munyeri. On the other hand, we have the Department of Recreation and Sports Management, ended by Dr. Enda Nadangu. The school has a faculty which is made up of top-notch professionals in their different areas of specialization, and they will be in a position to provide valuable training, learning, and these opportunities for you as you pursue your various courses. I kindly get to know your lecturers and interact with them even outside the lecture hours, so that they will be able to tutor you and give you further guidance. In the school, we have various programs running from certificate, diploma, degrees, postgraduate diplomas, masters, and PhD programs. The school provides high-quality programs that attract individuals who aspire to being globally competitive and are relevant to the dynamic requirements of employers and needs of the industry and the society at large. Normally, our programs are available at various modes of study, including lectures and tutorials, face-to-face learning, individual research, supervision seminars and e-learning. It is important for you to note that we have a good number of foreign students enrolled in the school at all levels. As you might be aware, due to the challenges of COVID-19 pandemic, the new normal entails that our lectures will be conducted entirely online, in other words, virtually, through the University Learning Management System, which we are referring to as LMS. Therefore, kindly ensure that you secure a laptop, a tablet, iPad, so that you'll be able to participate in the LMS. Kindly note that due to the practical nature of our programs, practicals will be conducted through face-to-face interactions. However, it will be important for you to create extra time so that you can perfect the practical skills after the face-to-face interactions with our lecturers. I do know that the next question which you're likely to ask yourself is, what are the career prospects of the programs which are offered in the school? I'll be able to tell you that the career prospects for students in hospitality, tourism, and leisure studies has mainly contributed significantly to the Kenya's economy. Therefore, the competency, skills, and knowledge gained from our programs produces a graduate who has comparative advantage over the other students in the region. It is notable that some of the opportunities, we have some of the opportunities in the private sector. We have opportunities in the government, and more particularly through the ministries. In our case, we're talking about the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Heritage. We also have the Ministry of Tourism. Other people, other bodies which are able to accommodate our students, we recruit non-governmental organizations. And also some of our graduates have become very good entrepreneurs. It is notable that the demand for our courses is really on the increase due to the increase and the rapid growth of the hotel industry. You really appreciate that as we go to the different counties, the hotel industry has expanded in a big way. Therefore, as a school, we are really striving to produce graduates who can be able to offer services, who can be able to manage and supervise people working in hotels, related institutions, restaurants, sports and recreation facilities, and other similar organizations. We are saying that in terms of the career prospects, they really varied from one department to the other. For example, the career prospects which we have in the department, for the students who are enrolled in the Department of Education and Sports Management, we include outdoor leadership, sports administration, sports managers. They also come in to do sports and event management. They are also accommodated in various sports clubs. Those also who are willing to pursue their studies further, they can be accommodated in the universities. We also have numerous opportunities in the in park management, and this one leads well with the aspirations of the school, because there's the convergence zone between the two departments when it comes to management of parks. We also have a good number of them who can also be accommodated as managers in various hotels to manage the recreational facilities. You may really want to appreciate that some of you may not have played golf before, but upon comparison of your studies, and once you get into a 5-star hotel, you get akin to what happens as far as playing golf is concerned. Then on the other hand, in terms of career prospects for the students who will be enrolled in the Department of Hospitality and Tourism Management, the opportunities are entirely dependent on the areas of specialization. I need them to mention this, that in first year and second year, you study a combination of both hospitality and tourism. But then when it gets to third and fourth year, one will either specialize in hospitality or in tourism. Consequently, the career prospects for those students who are going to specialize in hospitality will oscillate around working in hotels, restaurants. They also come in as experts in food and beverage production and services. They can become hotel consultants. They are also akin to events and conference management. You really appreciate that in our country, we are getting used to outside the catering and interior decorations, and some of our graduates are already serving in those areas. And then ultimately, some of the students also become researchers in hospitality. Also have some of you becoming lecturers. You may not really like this while in first year, but as time evolves, you'll appreciate that you can be able to craft the academic ladder. In terms of career prospects for the students who are going to specialize in tourism, I want to remind you that tourism is one of the major contributors of the Kenya's gross domestic product. And therefore, the government has a lot of expectation from the graduates of tourism. Consequently, you'll be in a position to work as travel agents, tour operators, events, and conference organizers. You can also be able to work in the areas game parks, game and national parks. You can coordinate tourism and travel advising. You can also become a travel consultant. And also, some of our students are involved in international relations as diplomats. As a school, we really have a lot of expectations from you as far as student conduct and discipline is concerned. We really reiterate that student conduct and discipline must be upheld at all times, both within and outside the university, by following the simple rules and regulations governing your stay in the university. All the students are expected wherever they are and at whatever time and place to show exemplary conduct of behavior and be mindful of the welfare of others. This one will make you to be a unique student of Kenyatta University. In terms of physical location, the school is located as shown on the university website. And more particularly, when you look at the map of the university, you'll be able to see the kind of facilities which we have in the school. The building infrastructure and facilities will offer you the best experience, coupled with the quality academic programs and a good learning environment. Some of these facilities will include our well-equipped kitchen and restaurant for student practicals, and also we have the demonstration kitchen and the restaurant. For the students who will be in the Department of Recreation and Sports Management, you'll be excited by the kind of gymnasium we have in this university. All the 5 gymnasiums in the university can be accessed by the students who are pursuing their courses in recreation and sports management. Needless is to say that we also have a well-equipped campsite which can take care of the recreational needs of students in the two departments. In terms of collaborations and linkages, we are not homegrown. Consequently, the school has numerous linkages, and we collaborate with universities and other institutions locally and globally. For example, we have linkages with the universities from the South Africa, universities in Canada, Denmark, Uganda, China, Greece, Spain, Italy, Norway, to name but a few. Based on these linkages and collaborations, we have some of our students taking their industrial attachments in these foreign countries. And also, don't be surprised when you see some of the students from those countries being part of your class. Then it is important that as students, we need to set our goals pretty early in your education. It's not lost that some of our students either have been trying to catch up when they get to 3rd and 4th years, but that time now it is essentially fairly late. So if you want to decorate your degree, I think you need to start well in first year. Otherwise, I will wish you all the best as you enroll in Kenyatta University, and we shall really count on you to be a good ambassador of the School of Hospitality, Tourism and Leisure Studies. Thank you. Dr. Mainge, we are doing poorly in terms of human beings. I think, Dr. Mainge, you're muted.
Yes, yes. I've been trying to communicate to the digital school on the aspect of the students joining. I've also been communicating to the chair of Department Tourism and Hospitality on the same, on attendance, and the acting chair, Dr. Edgar Ndubi, actually has confirmed he's actually in an exam, issuing an exam. And so I've told him to nominate Dr. Muthengi to attend and to talk about the department as we move on in.
Because now, as it appears, we only have one student. The other ones they have evaporated.
Yes, there are students who are coming. There are students. I've admitted one student who has joined right now, Alan.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we can let me talk to the acting chair so that we
Yeah, otherwise we shall not be here for a long time. It looks miserable, you know.
For us, we are trying as much as possible to make sure that we have all the students on board.
And how many are we expecting? Sorry, this should not be a question.
Yeah, in terms of communication, we have not received an update on the numbers, but I hope that the chairs can confirm to us how many students are expected for this session.
The chair, recreation and sports management, is not in.
She was online, I think. She was online, Dr. Vangu. I am trying to get in touch. Let me. Yes. So I've just communicated to Dr. Ntangu. Students are joining in.
Okay, yeah, I see at least now the numbers are coming in.
Yes, sir.
Would it be prudent for the students to introduce themselves to us? Is it necessary?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Welcome.
Okay, then I think, Dr. Maige, it's good for us to get formal, but at least I've seen the chair, one of the chairs have joined. So, members, I think it's better for us to get started so that we are able to transact the business of the business of the day. I really want to thank Dr. Mainge for the kind of effort he has put in to ensure that there is a value orientation is successful. From the word go, we appreciate that a few students have joined. We are expecting others to join as we move along. It is also not remote that some of our students uh, could be having challenges. I I get a note here that Eman, you cannot hear us. Eman, can you hear me now? Dr. Mange, could you talk to Eman and see
Yes.
why he can't hear us?
Yeah, he needs to check the settings. The settings. We have not muted our mics, so he needs to check the settings for the for the gadget that he's using, so that he's able to hear. Normally, there is that element of the gadget that he's using to access. He needs to be able to hear to activate the hearing mode.
Eman, I don't think my mic is muted. Mine is very active. I can see yours is muted. Can you hear us now, Eman? Unfortunately, he has also left the meeting. Alan, how are you? Are you able to hear us, Alan?
Yes, I
Alan?
can hear you.
Yeah, very good, Alan. Where are you being? Where are you based at the moment?
I'm in Upper Hill.
Upper Hill. So
Yes.
you're more of a Nairobian. We
Yeah.
will be having challenges of people who are operating from outside Nairobi.
Yes, but
Anyway, that
also
notwithstanding, Alan, we shall proceed. I hope you are able to hear us properly.
I am.
Very good. Then we were going to do a quick self-introduction, and we indicate the kind of roles which we are playing, either as students or as members of the faculty. And so, Dr. Mainge, for the sake of the students coming in and going out, then we could start with you before we get to the chair of hospital. The chair of recreation has evaporated again. Yes, Dr. Mainge.
Yes, let me start by introducing myself. My name is Dr. Shem Wambugu Maingi. I'm a lecturer in the Department of Hospitality and Tourism Management. I am also the school e-learning coordinator, School of Hospitality, Tourism and Leisure Studies. And I would want to welcome you very much to the department. I'm sure we'll be able to be interacting, and we'll have a session where we'll talk about the learning management system, and we'll talk about e-learning, virtual learning, and especially at these times when we have the COVID pandemic, how will we be able to activate e-learning? So welcome very much, and feel that you are at home. Thank you very much, Dean.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Mange. Then we have the Chair, Department of Recreation and Sports Management, introducing herself. Chair, Recreation.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm having challenges with my network. I hope it doesn't go. But yeah, so good morning, everyone. Welcome to KU for the students who are joining us. We hope to meet you when you come physically. A lot has been said by the dean, but welcome to those who are coming for hospitality and as well as those who are coming to recreation. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Dango. Then I see the school administrator is also in. She could be able to introduce herself to the students. School administrator.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Vivian Wanimo. I am the school administrator, and I look forward to hosting you. I look forward to hosting you for the next 4 years as you join us in this journey. Thank you.
Hello, Dean. Kindly unmute.
Thank you, Dr. Wenge. Yeah, I was telling the students that they will have to interact with the school administrator at one time or the other as they stay in Kenyatta University. Alongside Vivian Wanimo, we also have Andrew Kwamboka. Yes, Andrew, could the students see your face and your voice as well?
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Welcome to the School of Hospitality, and we look forward to interacting with you once you get here and a good stay at the school. My name is Adelaide. I'm also school admin.
But then we are not able to see you.
Oh, okay, there.
Very good. Okay, thank you, Andrew. Okay, we are expecting the chairman of the Department of Hospitality and Tourism to join us in a short while. And then, as a way of introduction, my name is Professor Rija Gitonga Lintaugo. I'm the Dean, School of Hospitality, Tourism and Leisure Studies. Beyond that, I am a member of faculty in the Department of Recreation and Sports Management. A lot has been said about the historical evolution of the school. We have been around since the year 2009 with the various departments, but recently in the year 2018, the school ended up having two departments. On one hand, the Department of Hospitality and Tourism, and then the Department of Recreation and Sports Management. Just like you saw from the video, is that there is a convergence zone between the two departments. As a way of introduction, is that before we welcome you to school, to the School of Hospitality, Tourism and Leisure Studies, we really want to congratulate you for having excelled in your secondary school education and having secured admission into Kenyatta University. As you may have heard from the place, is that so many students who are really interested in securing vacancies in this university, but unfortunately, they did not make it. Therefore, we really congratulate you for having secured admission in this university. Then beyond the securing admission in Kenyatta University, our programs are also very competitive, and we also once more want to congratulate you for having been admitted in the School of Hospitality tourism, and leisure studies. It is not remote that whether you like it or not, that you are the best brains in the year, I said 2020 KCSE examination. Some of these things may be taken for granted, but we want to remind you like so. Coming down to the School of Hospitality, Tourism and Leisure Studies, I've already mentioned that we have two departments. We have the Department of Hospitality and Tourism, whose substantive chairman is Dr. Albert Kariuki, who at the moment is on annual leave. Then we have the Department of Recreation and Sports Management, whose substantive chair, who has already greeted you, is Dr. Edna Rango. The two departments have a very good human resource, ranging from professors all the way to tutorial fellows. Indeed, we are not handicapped in terms of human resource. And the one thing I can say about our lecturers in the two departments, that they are very friendly people. People can be able to have a working chemistry with the students. It's important for you to note that in terms of our classes, they are not necessarily very big. Therefore, a lecturer is in a position to quickly establish on who has attended a lesson or not. And therefore, my passionate appeal to the students from the word go is that please ensure that you work closely with your lecturers. Needless is to say that after your 4 years of study here, you'll be coming back to the same lecturers so that they write you recommendation letters. And it will be good for them to write recommendation letters based on the kind of interactions which you will have earned with them. Beyond the lecturers, we have numerous facilities for the two departments. As it has already been mentioned, is that we have some very good kitchen in the school, a restaurant, so that the students are able to execute their practical sessions without any challenges. As a university, we do believe that we can only produce the students who have the necessary skills to survive out there. We are not very keen on the theoretical dispensation of all the in all the areas. Then when we get to the Department of Recreation and Sports Management, they are endowed with world-class facilities, so to say, starting with a swimming pool, a functional campsite. They have also facilities for all the sports disciplines which are offered in the curriculum. Therefore, we really expect that before your graduation, you will have really perfected you will have perfected your skills in all the areas. And my passionate appeal to the students from the one go is that our courses are both theory and practical orientations. Therefore, it's incumbent upon the students to ensure that they attend both the practicals and the theory dispensations. It is important for you to appreciate that based on our practical orientation of our courses, a class attendance is really a must. And if for one or the other reason that you are not able to attend class on a particular day, it's incumbent upon you to let the lecturer concerned to be aware. As you may have realized, is that it is our expectation as a university that before you sit for the end of semester examinations, you'll have attended at least two dance of the classes. Then the secondary, we really wanted to appreciate that we have different programs in the two departments, and our programs run all the way from a certificate to postgraduate studies. We have certificate courses, we have diplomas, we have the degree programs, postgraduate diploma, masters, and PhD. I know it could be a far-fetched dream for us to start talking about the postgraduate courses now, but I know that one or two of us could have the necessary focus to ensure that we go all the way. And one thing I can tell you is that some of us have been produced in this university, and if we have the necessary seal, we really can go all the way. Then, of course, the times have really changed. We are doing online orientation. Before last year, we used to do physical orientation, but based on the global pandemic or COVID-19, we have no other option but to embrace this virtual orientation, and we do believe that it's really going to serve the intended purpose. I know some of our friends could be having challenges in terms of connectivity, but I do believe that this orientation will be recorded and will be available to all our students. It is also important for you to note that your stay in this university will be very simple, will be enjoyable, will not be regrettable if you abide by the rules and regulations governing your stay in this university. And the first important rule which we should be able to internalize and appreciate is that when you enroll, you leave away your parents. In this university, at least we have only one bell which rings after every 1 hour, but it's incumbent upon you to ensure that you attend all the classes. And then, based on the nature of programs which we have, we would expect that the students will really conduct themselves with a lot of humility, respect for the others, and also respect for the university facilities. Once you are able to do like that, then you'll not have any challenges studying in Kenyatta University. And then I know the quick question which you are likely to ask is, what are the career prospects which are there for you upon completion of your studies? I want to reiterate, some of our students are getting employment even before they complete their studies. Others are starting their own companies while in third year to fourth year, and therefore they become job creators as opposed to becoming job seekers. Therefore, the choice is really yours on how you want to navigate your academic growth in this program. But before I address the career aspects, career prospects, I see that the acting chairman, Department of Hospitality and Tourism, has been able to join us. They could be able to greet us as we proceed. Dr. Doby. Dr. Edgar? Dr. Maingi, I thought Dr. Edgar has joined us.
Yes, I think Dr. Muthengi is representing Dr. Edgar, and he's with us.
Dr. Edgar is with us, I thought.
Yes, Dr. Prof.
Yes.
Sorry, I was in an exam, so that's why I'm a bit late. And mine is to welcome. Yeah, mine is to welcome our students, our first year students, to this great university and to the hospitality and tourism programs. That as we start this journey, we start off well. We try to understand what the university offers. We try to understand our curriculum from the onset so that we endeavor to achieve our goals in this university. And we know that through collaboration with the faculty members and the students, we will be able to achieve our goals. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Dobi. I'll be calling you in a short while to address the careers prospects which are applicable in the hospitality and tourism industry. But for the sake of the students, we did observe that our two departments have collaborative programs with the universities, both internally and externally. We do collaborate with the universities in Spain, Canada, Norway, Finland, South Africa, and also other universities within the East African region. And it's in the same dispensation that some of our first-year students are essentially foreign students. Please don't learn away from them. You get to learn their cultures and see on how we can be able to maximize on our networks and collaborative endeavors. Then in terms of career prospects, before we get down to the departments, I would want to make that one observation that our students are in high demand, both locally and externally. It is not remote that some of our graduates are really working in different countries in Asia, Europe, in the US, and also in a number of African countries. When we come back home, graduates from the two departments are selling like hot cakes in the government circles, and more particularly in the Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Sports, and the Ministry of Defense. A good illustration is that, like in the Ministry of Tourism, beyond the political big people there, the technocrats in the Ministry of Tourism, all of them are graduates of our department, are graduates of the Department of Hospitality and Tourism. When you get to the Ministry of Sports, 80% of the people who are serving in the Ministry of Sports in this country are also graduates from the Department of Recreation and Sports Management, of course, with also support from the Department of Physical Education and the Sports. sports officers who are working at the county level, at the sub-county level, a good number of them are graduates of this university. Beyond our students getting opportunities to work with the Kenya government, a good number of them are also working in the private sector. We really want to appreciate that the hospitality industry in this country is essentially in the private sector. Some of our graduates are also working with various non-governmental organizations across the country. We also have a good number of our graduates, just like I alluded to, who have been very good in terms of entrepreneurship. They have formed their own companies, and they have been able to really employ their contemporaries. Now, getting down to the specific career aspects based on the departments, I really want to appreciate that graduates from the Department of Recreation and Sports Management are doing a lot of good work in outdoor leadership. They are also there in terms of sports administration, sports and event management. Just a classical example is the country, if you might be aware, we just hosted the Under-20 Athletic Championships. Quite a good number of our students and also graduates were involved in management of that event. Students are also, graduates are also involved in sports crowd management. They're also involved in sports marketing. They are also involved in sports facility management. Some of them are managing, are they called game parks? They are also managing sports clubs, golf courses. A number of them are also working as hotel recreation managers. And then a good number is also involved in gymnasia management. I really want to appreciate that this is our country is a physically active country, and you go to any urban area in this country and you discover that there are quite a good number of gymnasiums, and the people who are manning those gyms come from the Department of Recreation and Sports Management. Of course, some of our graduates are also involved in sports administration in various colleges and institutions of higher learning. It's only last year that the Ministry of Defense came seeking for young graduates in order for them to be recruited as officers who are going to man the Ulinzi Sports Complex and many other sports facilities which are available in the military. In terms of career prospects for the graduates in hospitality management, I will ask the chairperson of the department to talk about the career prospects which are outside the hotel, the hotel industry, and out of the hospitality industry, because I do believe that some of them end up being hotel managers, accommodation managers, chief chefs, etc. So, Dr. Endiga, you could shed more light on the prospects which are there for the students in the Department of Hospitality and Tourism. Dr. Endiga?
Yes, thank you, Chair. you've covered quite a good number of career prospects, both in government and in the private sector. I'll just add a few. In the hospitality industry, we have those careers within the hotel sector. Yeah, we have banquets and conferences, and we note that today there are a lot of events taking place, and most of our graduates would also fit in the aspects of banqueting and conferences, organizing for weddings, organizing for high-profile events, whether they are sports events or entertainment events, resort management. Yeah, you are given a resort to manage, and we should be able to learn more about that. We also have spa and wellness management. As we all know, most of the people today are health conscious, and they want to ensure that they are healthy throughout. So spa and wellness management is one of the careers that we can also engage in. There's food and beverage management, yeah, front office, restaurant management. We can organize our graduates can also engage in events management, concerts, festivals, exhibitions. We have a lot of meetings coming in our country, and most of our graduates are called upon to participate in organizing for these exhibitions, the different meetings, welcoming delegates. So you'll find that some of you may end up at the airports to be able to welcome to work at the airports, to be able to welcome our delegates, especially the international delegates. In line with this, some of you may end up working in foreign affairs, because diplomacy is an important aspect of hospitality and tourism. And some of you may end up there in addition to those students who've also studied diplomacy. In addition, some of you may end up working in airlines, yeah? And this is equally quite an interesting area. There are a lot of airlines operating around the world, and quite a good number operating in Kenya through our major international airports. So some of you may end up there. Airport management is another area where some of you may end up working. Yeah, when we look at Kenya Airports Authority, we need ground handlers at the airport, people to help out our visitors, people to help those who are traveling to different parts. We need people to help manage our aeroplanes when they are on the ground. So airport facility management is another key area where some of you will end up. And it's not only in Kenya, but also countries abroad. If you go to Qatar, Doha International Airport, you may think you are in Nairobi, because some of our graduates are working there. Yeah, and it's so heartwarming to find students you've taught working in an international airport out there. Yeah, so some of you will end up there. Some of you may also end up working in amusement parks. We have a lot of recreational activities that take place, and amusement parks, game sanctuaries are some of the places that some of us may end up working. Other areas may involve casinos, although we don't encourage you to be gamblers, but some of you may end up working in casinos as well. We have areas that also relate to cruise tourism. And cruise tourism is one of the lucrative business ventures around the world. And we need people to work in these ships. And it offers you an opportunity to travel to various destinations along the route, the shipping lines that these cruise ships take. And this is equally important. Consulting is also another important aspect. Many people want professionals to guide them in their investment choices, in the design of hotels, in the design of recreational areas. And some of you will be involved as consultants. So through these programs that we are offering in the two departments, you will be able to learn a variety of aspects that can enable you to become good consultants. Of course, starting your own business should be the ultimate goal when you finalize your studies. So that is equally important. We also have aspects of tour guiding and being heads of delegations. That is a responsibility that you will be accorded, and especially when we have visitors coming to various destinations, whether the visitors are local Kenyans or residents within Kenya, or whether they are international. So you'll be asked to head delegations, to be the tour leaders or the team leaders of these delegations. And that is one of the biggest honors that you have when you are in this, taking these careers. Apart from that, some of you may end up being travel consultants. Yeah, in the programs that we offer, there are a lot of units that relate to travel, tour operations, travel consultancy, and some of you will end up there because people will still travel, especially after the pandemic is over, and we will encourage you to be good travel consultants to develop appropriate packages for our travelers around the world. So these are just but some of the areas that we may endeavor to undertake in our career. The other area that may not be related to what we teach, but equally attracts a lot of our students, is in the banking sector. And we find that you go to some banks and you find tourism and hospitality students working in those banks. And the basis of this is that we train you in a lot of customer care and guest relation skills, which are quite important. Banks want to retain their clients and they need people who have soft skills, people who are able to understand clients better so that they can continue patronizing those banks. So these are some of the career prospects that we are likely to encounter as we progress in our education and also once we finalize our education. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Dobi, for that elaborate and concise placement of the career prospects which we have in the hospitality and tourism sector. Chairman, Department of Education and Sports Management, I had mentioned a few career prospects which our students can be able to pursue upon graduation. I don't know whether you have anything to add on the career aspects which apply for your graduates. My chair, you are muted.
Sorry for that. Thank you, Prof. As you've heard, Prof belongs to this department, so he has really highlighted most of the things that I would have talked about, but I will add a few of the prospects that we hope that will be the outcome of the course that you will take. For all of us, we have various courses. We have all the way from certificate, diploma, the of Science degree. We also have a postgraduate. Some of you are joining us under that course. And we also have the PhD. So what are we expecting out of you at the end of your time here? We want you to be well versed in the knowledge of physical activity in general. And as we've heard, the pandemic has really taught us that if your immune system has an issue, probably you might be a target of disease. So we want a healthy nation in Kenya, and our department actually takes that as a core thing to make sure that we take care of our bodies. So what are we expecting from you? As I said, we want you to be able to help the community in terms of physical activity. And as the course says, or reads rather, it's recreation and sports management. So we have two aspects to this course. We have the recreation management and we also have the sports management on the other end. So for the recreation management is where we want you to come out as outdoor leaders, where you can actually take people during their free time, and as you do your whatever as you show them your skills, people are able to enjoy their free time. Um, so that will be on the recreation side, and we also have aspects to do with sports management. This has been mentioned before, so we expect you to be to take care of sport administration. Like for example, if it's there out there in a stadium, you'll be empowered with skills that will enable you to actually run the sport as they go on real time. And we also want you to be sports managers. Some of you are going to be heading areas in the stadiums that we have in various aspects that are related to sports management in the country. We have various bodies that are in charge of that. So we want you to be part of that. You're also going to be leaders or managers in health clubs and sports clubs that are all available. So skills are going to be imparted on you to be able to make sure that you are equipped for that. We also have another area which is on health related fitness, as I've mentioned. So you're going to be able to actually assess people's fitness and guide them in terms of exercise prescription. And most of our students are coming out and becoming personal trainers. So we are seeing a lot of that. And so you engage with clients on a one-on-one basis and you help them manage their health. We also have some of our students are becoming experts in exercise for special population. As we are all aware, chronic disease is on the rise and conditions. We have issues to do with diabetes, high blood pressure, and all the like, and also persons who belong to the special population. And by this, I want to include right from children all the way to mothers who are expectant, all the way to the aged population. All these people need specialized care in terms of physical activity, and we will equip you to become the experts in that area. We also have areas to do with aquatics, which has a wide range of areas that you can take part in. You can become lifeguards, you can become aquatic facilities managers, you can become experts in teaching swimming and exercise in water and all that. So clearly, we have a lot that this course offers. We also have, in relation to recreation management, areas to do with the like the KWS or the parks. A lot of our students are also ending up there, knowing how to manage parks and also activities related to that. Um, Again, other students would also end up in the hotel industry. So we know very well in these hotels we have health clubs situated in there. So you will end up being as a fitness instructor or just managing that area as a whole. Um, and the many, and I think some professors already spoken about, and I want to say that as you join us, we will be giving you more and more of these areas that this course has prospecting. And Professor, I think I can stop there.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Dango, my chairperson. We would like to appeal to the students that if they have any questions to ask, they can put in them through the in-call message. And I don't know whether we still have, there was somebody, Alan, he has been with us for some time. Alan, could we hear your voice? Alan?
Yes.
Yes, you could ask one or two questions and please tell us who you are and then the course which you are enrolling in.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Alan.
My name is Alan. I'll be doing recreation and sports management. Maybe
Okay.
what I can say is the confusion due. I had joined the meeting for public health, so knowing there was I was doing recreation and sports management, I thought I was with public health. So maybe the other students are not even aware of we are
Okay.
in the School of Hospitality. Yes.
Sorry, Aaron, for that confusion. We got to know about it and we raised an alarm. We also fear that a good number of students could be on the other side, but that notwithstanding, si mwisho yuko nyumbani.
Niko sawa.
Very good. You are a little eager for the course?
I was advised to take it because it's something I seem to be interested in, but I still didn't know too much about it. But I'm looking forward to know.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, there is no problem, Aaron. Now that you're also in Upper Hill, you can visit us one of these days. As long as you're able to wear your mask, you can come and find out what we have around here. Sidio.
I might.
Please not mind. The Upper too. Even if you decided to walk from Upper Hill to KU, it will not take you very many hours. Sidio.
Aye, a lot of food, maybe.
Yeah, it will be a valuable experience.
Yes.
Then we also had other students. Eman, are you still with us? Fine. Then we did mention that in terms of how we deliver our programs, we do it in various ways. On one hand, we have face-to-face sessions, of course, through lectures and tutorials. I did mention that our two departments have practical sessions for most of the units. Then I do believe that Dr. Maingi will be talking to us about the mode of delivery through the e-learning or LMS. We also have seminars, and then at one time or the other, we will have our students making presentations before their classes. I mean, before their classmates. It's also important for us to appreciate that there could be some of our students who are joining in at the degree program, yet the undone and diploma. Therefore, we have provision for credit waivers, so that by and large you don't end up doing units which you have already done at the lower level. Then on the other hand, this one now I'll talk in as a parent, not necessarily as the dean of the school, but to make a few observations that university education is riddled with a number of challenges. But I would want to appeal to our students, the students in the School of Hospitality, Tourism and Leisure Studies, to think of pursuing positive challenges. Please don't come around here and get swayed by the crowds or by mob justice, because this time around you'll be operating away from your parents, guardians, etc. Therefore, all this requires for self-discipline and also coming up with a strategic plan from the word go on how you want to pursue your studies. Of course, our university is a microcosm or is a representation of our wider society. When we move away from our parents, we want to abuse the freedom by engaging in agri issues, oscillating around alcohol consumption, drug abuse, etc. And some of your classmates, some of your roommates could take you towards that direction. Please, let's shy away from doing all those agri things. Then, secondly, I did indicate that the university has put in basic rules and regulations, which for me are not really difficult in any way. Yeah, I did indicate on class attendance. The secondary, living harmoniously with the other people, respecting their property. And once you're able to do that, you're going to enjoy your stay in this university. In the same regard, when it comes to the rules and regulations governing the administration of examinations in this university, the rules and regulations are very rigid. From the onset, please, if you feel that a particular concept is very difficult for you in an examination setup, it's better for you to leave the answer booklet plain or blank for that matter, as opposed to thinking that you can use other guardians to assist you answer a particular question or talking to your neighbor. When it comes to examination regulations, those ones, there's no debate. Once you are caught with an examination irregularity, that will be the end of your stay in this university. And one thing I can assure you is that as long as you attend all the lectures, you cannot fail in a particular examination. As long as you attend the practical sessions, remember that in all the practical sessions, marks are really they are normally awarded. Therefore, it's my passionate appeal that when you enroll, please ensure that you attend all the sessions and shy away from thinking that you can be able to circumvent the system. And then, of course, as you come in, you are pretty aware that we are living in very difficult times, characterized by the negative consequences of COVID-19. So we really appeal to our students that when you come around, let's ensure that we observe COVID-19 protocols all the time. Not only when you are on campus, but even where you are. At this point, do we have any more questions from the students beyond Alan? Dr. Mainge, the names of the other students who are with us?
Sorry, yes, we have Alan from Bunya. We also have Desmond Odera. Maybe you can.
Yes, could we hear the voice of Desmond?
Give you a question.
Yes, Desmond?
Yes. Good morning.
Yeah, tell us more about yourself, Desmond.
Yeah, I'm Desmond. I have no questions at the moment.
Which course are you enrolled in, Desmond?
Hospitality and tourism management.
Oh, hospitality and tourism management. You like the course?
Yeah.
That's your passion. Ama kuna mtu alikuchagulia?
That's my passion.
Very good. Then
Yes.
you are off the blocks from the one go, and please maintain that passion so that by the end of the day you also enjoy the course.
Okay.
Karibu sana Desmond.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Mainge, anybody else? Yes, Dr. Mainge, you're muted.
Yes, we had other students who had come earlier. The students are not yet here, but I think we can continue with the program because the program is already recorded and we will send the link for the recording after the end of this session to the other students.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Mainge. One thing which could be worrying the students is that how come that we only having few students, just like Karen observed, is that there was that mix-up on the placement of the student vis-a-vis this virtual orientation. But the two departments have ample number of students. For example, in the Department of Recreation and Sports Management, we have say 65 students being admitted. We can get confirmation from the chair of the department. The number of students who have been admitted for the degree program?
There were 69.
69 students. The chair, hospitality and tourism, how many students do you have? How many students are coming in? Dr. Dobi?
Yeah, I think we have approximately 100 students coming in for the program.
100 students. So for the sake of Desmond and Alan, then you hear that as a school, we are likely to have around 170 students enrolling. Alan is asking where will the link be sent for the content orientation. Yes, I'm duly guided by the coordinator, Dr. Mainge, that this one will be sent to the KU website and it will be uploaded in the school website. So it's incumbent upon our students to get acquainted or to familiarize themselves with our school website. Dr. Mainge, what is this that we have not been able to address as far as the expectations of the virtual orientation is concerned?
Yes, I think for the Dean's address, I think we have really looked at all the issues that are very important. We shall also have other sessions, especially from Wednesday to Friday. We shall have the sessions really delving into e-learning and virtual learning, and we shall talk more about the learning management system, the discounted Safaricom e-learning data bundles. We shall also be talking about the student portal and how students will be able to access the online resources. We're also going to have sessions talking about the Google Meet, where we shall be delving in detail on how the students can be able to create and maneuver themselves through the Google Meet application. We shall also be talking a bit about the library resources and how the students can be able to access the online resources from the university. So for today, today was your day, Dean, and we shall continue addressing the issues, and then from tomorrow we go in detail on the learning management system.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Mainge. And for the sake of the students who have joined in today, that is Desmond, Alan, and the Dan person, you could be able to get the contacts of Dr. Mainge, who is our who is our coordinator in all these aspects, so that you start having some good chemistry with him from the one go. So that if you have issues to ask, you can directly drop him an email, an SMS, and who knows? This one is going to become your father figure when you're in Kenyatta University. Thank you, Dr. Mainge. He has shared his contacts, both in terms of cell phone and the email address. My two chairs, parting shots before we adjourn this virtual orientation. We could start with the chair of hospitality and tourism.
Thank you, Chair. Mine is to welcome the students once again and to urge them to be diligent in their studies and to be able to consult where necessary. Maybe the other thing that I'd like to add is that, what or not the dean said is that in case they have any problem, we have the Dean of Students Affairs, who can help them sort out their problems instead of waiting for too long or giving up. Thank you, Bonadine.
Okay, thank you, Chairman. Hospitality and Tourism. Yes, Chairperson, Recreation and Sports Management.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Mine is to welcome all the students to the Recreation and Sports Management course or department. We have tried to reach some of you. We are still going on to that. We will form a WhatsApp group so that hopefully by the time you're reporting on 4th or 5th of October, you shall feel already at home. And yeah, so welcome.
Okay, thank you, my chairperson. The school administrator, do you have some wise counsel for the students? Do you want to indicate to them that you operate with an open door policy so that whenever they have issues, they can come to your office? You are muted. We can't hear the school administrator. She is muted.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Good afternoon. Good morning once again.
Morning.
At the school, I think I just want to I encourage the students that when you come, be open-minded, learn as much as you can because there are lots of opportunities here, and networking is key. So I encourage each and every one of you to network with your friends, with your other classmates, and even other departments. You'll come out a better person than when you come in. So you are. We really look forward to just having you around and even learning from you, because I'm sure you come in also with a lot of knowledge from wherever. Karibuni sana.
Okay, thank you, Vivian. So for the sake of students, I really want to reiterate that we operate with an open door policy. Whenever you have an issue, you come to the department and seek more guidance. Even if it's a personal issue, you can come and talk to us, and then we can advise you on the way forward. We also appreciate that in terms of gender, I think our school is well represented. So if you feel that you cannot talk to me as Gitonga, you can talk to my chairman, Andina. If not, you can talk to Vivian or Dr. Dubi, Dr. Mainge, etc. As local parentees or responsible parents, we want you to enjoy your stay in this university. Otherwise, for the sake of the students who are small, I really want to welcome you into the School of Hospitality, Tourism and Leisure Studies. And then secondly, be vigilant in terms of ensuring that you join in other subsequent sessions oscillating around virtual orientation program. Otherwise, thank you very much, and God bless you all. Asanteni sana.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Dean, for the official address from the Dean, School of Hospitality, Tourism and Leisure Studies. And just to conclude, I would want to highlight some points on the way forward. Tomorrow, we shall have a link, the Zoom link for tomorrow's training on the portal's unit registration and learning management system. So the Zoom link meeting ID is in the KU website. You need to download Zoom and you need to put the meeting ID and the passcode, which has been highlighted there. So thank you very much and have a good day.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Mange. I think we can end the session now.
Thank you. Thank you.